Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session. And we are going to be talking about recruitment. So let me just take a minute. Okay, so we are all set. This is a common mishap which we have when we are doing my sessions. My screen keeps freezing over before going to the next session, but right now we're going to be talking about recruitment. I trust by the time you're here, you have done all of the previous topics and you have done the quizzes and that you have passed them. Know that if you do not pass a quiz, you can just go by the material again and then go through the quiz. So we're going to talk about recruitment. Recruitment is a really key process that we have as the talent management portfolio. So what to expect in these sessions is, first of all, the recruitment persona, the recruitment plan, and the synergies that we have, most especially with marketing. For sure, we do have multiple synergies with other portfolios, but the key synergy that we have with recruitment is normally synergy with marketing. So first things first, we want to go through what is a persona and why is it important. So a persona is a semi-fictional representation of your ideal member candidate. So building a persona is the first step of the recruitment process. I wouldn't call it the first step, I say, because in my professional opinion, having worked in talent management, the key process before you even start building up your persona is analyzing the HR that you have at the moment. How many members do you still have? How many members have left? So how many gaps do you need to fill? Then after that, you need to create the member persona for this particular positions. Be it, for example, if you're looking for someone in who to join IGV as a salesperson, maybe you want someone who wants to develop their skills in sales, someone who has experience in sales, like building a member persona. Do you want someone who is in their second year so that they can continue to build up their skills enough? Because sales maybe takes time to build skills. I'm just giving like examples. You get the point, right? Yeah, so that's basically it. After you've done HR analysis of your current members and you understand the gaps that you have, then you go on to build a member persona, because that way you make your attraction processing easier because you know the profile that you're looking for. For example, if you're mostly looking for first years, then you will look for avenues where first years are there, or you'll print out posters and pin them on first year notice boards, something like that. So let's have a look first at the global persona. So the global persona is created on global information in defining competencies needed to a certain profile to run customer flow and the business model of each ISEC product. So we have global personas for operations, for marketing, basically for front office, which is OGV, IGV, marketing, and for back office being FLA and PM. So for the global persona, these are the categories that we have based on the demographic, the channel that we will use to reach them, the values that we need them to have, their role and experience, their life goals, their frustration and motivation, basically like an empathy mapping of the person that you want to bring into the organization. So we've looked at the global persona and how they have built, they've used to build theirs. So then how do we build our own member persona? So first of all is to understand the global persona. Like for us, for example, for the global persona, it's people aged between 18 to 30 years old. That's one example. But for you as a VP looking for a member, you may not really be looking for just someone between 18 to 30. You will also be narrowing it down to someone who is Ugandan. Remember, on a global persona, in ISEC is in 114 countries at the moment. So you will not just be looking for anyone anyone from any country that is running ISEC. If I was maybe it was an EST application, then we can open it up to such kind of a platform. But now if you're recruiting for a member who will be doing physical sales in school, first is, other than being 18 to 30 years old, they have to be Ugandan, they have to be in university in your own, and a university that you are located in. Next, now you move on to specify other things, like do you need them to be in first year, in second year? Because at the end of the day, working with final years is good, but at the point where they leave, you need to start filling those gaps again, which requires a lot of recruitment, because recruitment does take quite some work if we are to attract and get the correct personalities to join the organization. So next, you've understood the global persona, research on past data to define your ideal candidate's persona. This you can get from the current VPs from before, how did they conduct recruitment, what experience did they have focusing on just first years, focusing on second years, collect data. Data can be of so much use. That's why I say as much as possible, whatever you're doing, make sure you're logging it so that your successors will have an easy time finding data. We know the struggle you've been having. So let's, when you know better, you do better. Then is to build your entity persona. Change this now. The entity, take it as your LC persona based on the elements that meet your LC's needs and match them with the global persona. So just understand the global persona. It's any young person between 18 to 30 years old. And then we've broken it down to Ugandan, we've brought it down to university, and now we've brought it down to specific years of university. You can even narrow it down to specific courses in your universities, just go like a top-down, I may call it, top-down sort of approach. And then hold strategic meetings with LCVPs in your case to consolidate the inputs and finalize the persona building. So you've understood the global persona, you've done the research, you've taken the insight, you've taken the posts that the LCVP wants. If maybe they are in marketing, maybe they're looking for someone who's done marketing professionally, right, in the university, who has at least that basic skill. Then come and finalize the persona building with the specific LCVPs, because you're recruiting people to join their own portfolios. Next is to go through the recruitment process. So let me just move my video up a little bit. So with recruitment, we go back again to the MXP funnel. If you don't take anything away from this whole education cycle, always have the MXP funnel, the member experience funnel, at the back of your mind 24/7, because it really drives a lot of what we do. For example, if I want 15 members realized, then this means I need this value will help me figure out how many people I want to attract as leads. Because remember, not all people that will see your poster will actually apply to become members of ISEC. Not all that apply will actually pass the interview. Not all that pass the interview will attend the induction seminar and complete the national education cycle, which is a criteria for us to become a member, and then for them to be realized. So you need to figure out, then while you're planning for how many people you want to, when you're planning for recruitment, it's to figure out how many people do you need, and then work backwards with these percentages and find out, okay, with 15 people I want to recruit, I need to attract maybe say 100 people, right? So that's why, again, I say log the data. How many people did you, like during your last recruitment, how many people did you recruit? What was the transition from lead to applied to accepted, accepted to approved, approved to realized? So that now this data will be, you can use it in the next recruitment to update your own numbers. Again, data, Google Sheets, track each and every single thing, right? And always make sure you write reports that instead of having to go back on your Google Sheets and having to use formulas to understand, to derive data, just when you're done with recruitment, draft a report and keep it, because it will help you and it will help your successors in the future. Next, okay, my screen is frozen again. Okay, we are here. So how to use the MXP funnel for recruitment, we just went through that. It seems you use the funnel to plan out the recruitment number goals. So for this, we went through it, right? You need to understand the conversion rate. Conversion rate, for example, is, I don't know how to explain it. I hope the word explains itself. If it doesn't, when you're done with this video, call me and ask me what conversion rate is. But for example, a conversion rate from lead to applied is the difference in numbers between the people that see your poster and the people that apply. Conversion rate between applied to accepted is the difference in numbers between the people that apply and the ones that actually pass the interview and become accepted. So that's basically what a conversion rate means. So you use the MXP funnel for recruitment by, first of all, calculating what conversion rates are there. Like when you, what's the conversion rate from lead to applied? Like the number of people that see your poster and apply. For this, you may not have such a good grasp of numbers, because it's not like when someone sees the poster, we get data, like someone somewhere has seen ISEC's poster. So for that, maybe you may need to do a lot of, some make some assumptions, relevant assumptions, of course, but then now from applied to accepted, accepted to approved, then you are able to get this data from previous recruitment data, which is why I said log it, log it, log it. Yeah, so finally, synergize with marketing. Synergize with marketing as much as you can, because marketing affects the number of leads. Marketing's, for you, your goal is the conversion rate from realized to finished. We talked about this when we're talking about the MXP standards. But for marketing, when we're talking about synergies, their goal is to get you as many leads as possible. And remember, you're the one to translate these leads goal to them. Once you've calculated your conversion rate and figured out if you want 15 people, then you need to attract maybe 100 people. Okay. So first is to set a routine with the marketing team, depending on the goals. If you're going to be recruiting in September and it's July, what are key steps that you need to take to get there? Don't get to mid-August and you're now going to the marketing team and barricading them with the number of posters you need, barricading them with the numbers that you require, like give people time, synergize early, and then define goals across the MXP funnel. We just said that. Understand how many people you want to be realized, how many people you want to be approved, accepted, step by step, so that as you're getting the numbers, you're constantly analyzing your planned versus achieved. And then define the KPIs and MOSs. KPI is key performance indicators. Your key performance indicators, your measure of success is the number of people that you recruit, right? But your key performance indicator is the number of leads that you attract. It's the number of accepted people that get into the organization, the approvals, all of that. And the other is to keep one another accountable. During the recruitment process, make sure you're keeping your team updated on the numbers that you are getting so that you are able to continue to keep one another accountable, to push for attraction. Attraction is not just for marketing. We are all members of ISEC. It's our organization. We need to work together to get it to where we want it to be. And yeah, it has been me, your amazing facilitator for this session. So thank you so much. You know the drill. Check the YouTube link, the description box, click on the quizzes, and then talent management, and then find your way to this particular topic, which was recruitment. So thank you so much and have a good day.